Is gone tomorrow.
And I was very touched. I said, oh, that's very good that you love your family so much and you always eat together with your family. This is a very, very excellent thing. Okay? I want you to know that. It's a very good thing. You should keep your family ties intact like this, you know? It's very good, very good. But then, even then, he has a problem with his wife. Should I tell you? He asked for my advice about woman. It's funny. He asked a woman who forgot that she's been married, I don't know, 30 years already or something. How can you remember anything after 30 years? Do you? Do you remember? No, okay, never mind. But I tried to give him advice. Since he asked, because some time ago he told me he had a problem with his wife, otherwise everything is okay. Yeah? And he kept mentioning it another time again. So I say, so what is the problem? Why? Why is there a problem with your wife? Because you are so good with husband, you know, you earn money, you give her everything, and you take care of your children. They go to college even. So he said, yeah, I work very hard, 24 hours. Anytime customer call, I just go no matter when. Yeah. I said, then she should appreciate it. You're such a good husband. Yeah. He said, yeah, but she still thinks it's not enough. And can I ask you for some advice? I said, yeah, ask me if I can answer you. He said, I have 3 women. No, don't laugh. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. I have 3 women. Please tell me, whom should I love most? I said, tell me the 3 first. He said, my woman, yeah, my mujer, my mother, and my daughter. So I love them all the same. My feelings for all of them are the same, more or less. But how can I love one more than the other? I say, if you ask me, your wife is number 1. You love your wife first, and everything else later. But he said, why? I love my mother also, and I love my daughter very much. I say, yes, in your heart you should even love them more if you want. But physically, outside, you have to show your wife that she's number 1. Otherwise, you have problems. He said, yeah, I have problems because of that. How do you know? Every time I don't make her feel like number 1, then I have problems. Big problems. I said, see, I told you. Even though it's your mother and she has the right to be loved, you know, and your daughter, of course, you love her, but your wife, you should never neglect. You should always let her know that she's always the one. Since the beginning, the middle, and the end. Never changes, yeah? And he said, but if I make my mother feel that she's not number 1, wouldn't she feel sad and wouldn't she then hate my wife and all that? I said, no. If you make your wife feel number 1, she will also make your mother feel happy automatically, and everything will be better. And she will also cook better for your daughter and take care of your daughter better. Everybody will be happy. And if you want to show more love for your mother, do it behind her back, you know, somewhere else, you know, in her house or something, but not in front of your wife. Because I saw him when he came home, immediately he hugged his daughter. One time I didn't have change to give to him. I had the 500 euro and no shop wanted to take it. I didn't have enough money to give him for the long distance drive. I owed him maybe 150 something. So he took me home to change it for me. And I saw immediately when he came home, he just hugged his daughter and said, oh, ¿cómo está? Todo bien? And everything, you know. And his wife was just standing there, you know. I noticed that from the corner of my eyes, but I said nothing. So later when he came out and asked me for advice, I gave him, give it to him. He said, but why? Why do I have to love my wife more than my mother, yeah? And my daughter? I said, no, you don't. You just show it more. Anytime you show it more. And he said, last time you told me that I have to buy her a little chocolate and some flowers. I did that, but it didn't work too well. And it works immediately, but it doesn't work later on. I said, yeah, you have to keep it up. And if you are very good and very affectionate, you don't even need flowers. You don't even need to spend money on chocolate. Just go home, hug her, kiss her, tell her you miss her every time or take her out for a walk or to the cinema, it's not expensive. Go out together to a small coffee shop, something, hold hands, walk on the beach alone, not with the daughter and not with the mother all the time. I'm tagging along. And then he said, but I don't have time. I work 24 hours. I said, you have time. You make time. Yeah, whenever you don't have a client, then you go with her. And even just 5 minutes here and there, and every time you just hug her and kiss her like that, even just 2-3 seconds, it makes her feel good. And especially when you go out together with friends in public, you show it more. He said, yeah, how do you know that? when I'm going out with her, if I show something in public, oh, she treats me nice many days. I said, of course. It's plain like your nose. My nose, yeah. Because if you show it in public, she'll be feeling very, very, proud. Look at me, she will secretly look at everybody if they're looking at how you love her. You see? She'll be very proud because all the friends, everybody knows that you love her. At home, of course, you have to do the same, not just go out in public and do it, of course. But if you do it in public, she appreciates it even more. She likes it even more. She said, how do you know all this? I said, I don't know, I just guess. Because I'm a woman, suppose I have a husband. If he's treating me the way I told you now, I would be very happy in heaven. I would love him forever. And because you show it more, as you show it like that, she will love you more. She also replies with love, responds with more love. And then the more she responds, the more you also like it. And then vice versa, keep coming, going, keep building up all the time. Like a house, you have to build it, to make it stable and nice. Because the affection, it keeps reciprocating. Yes, that's right. And then you appreciate each other even more. Oh, yesterday he was so loving to me, He bought me a chocolate, even though he was so busy. He came home quickly, just for 5 seconds, just to give me a chocolate, and then ran out. Things like that. And then she cooked special things for him, or being lovey-dovey at night, more. And then because of that, he's also happy the next day and feels more love for her, you see. I say, because if she's happy, then you're happy. If she's not happy, even when you're working, you don't feel good. You feel you don't have energy. He said, yes, I feel drained. Whenever we had an argument, I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything. I can't even concentrate on my driving. I'm not nice to the client, even though I'm trying, but my face is so long. I said, yeah, we don't want to be a horse, with a face so long. So, etc., etc. And still he said, but why do I have to be more nice to my wife than my mother, and my daughter? My daughter, I love her. She's lovely and she's so good. A good daughter. I said, yeah, of course she is. Because you're good, she's good. And your mother, of course, she gave birth to you. You have to always love her in your heart and be thankful to her all the time. Yes, but don't show it more than to your wife. But he said, why? I said, why? Because your mother has your father. And she has you all these years already. And your wife has just been married to you, some years now. She's entitled to have you, okay? And you can always see your mother all the time, and your mother can also come. But don't make your wife feel neglected. Never. And then your mother, she's also old now, she will leave you. Go back to heaven soon. And your daughter, maybe tomorrow she sees a handsome classmate somewhere, and then she don't even remember what your name is. And she will go out soon, to marry and have the life of her own. And all you have is your wife, in the beginning, and in the middle, and in the end. She will stick with you all your life through your sickness and your health, as you're rich and poor. This is true like that. And if you don't love each other, you don't take care of each other, then you don't have the happiness that's supposed to last all your life. I tell you all this because I see you love your wife very much. But you have to show it. Not tell me, tell her. Not tell me that you love her. She's nothing. I'm just a client. I can't even come and tell her. Oh, I did though. Just one time, that opportunity when we came in change money, I immediately because I know they already had a little problem, you know. Immediately I came in and said, "Ha, you are the one, the lucky one, eh? You are the one that he always talks about." Yeah? And she immediately say, "Bad things, right? Bad things, right?" I said, "No, never, never. He loves you so much, so much. Even I feel envy and jealous, you know." He said that, what did he say about me? How do you know he loves me? He told me he loves you so much. And then he said that you're such a good wife. He always wants to come home and eat with you. Even if I invited him, he never went out with me. Yeah, you're lucky. And he said, you are so beautiful. Even after so many years, he's still in love with you. And then she began to believe. And did he say also, I clean the house very nice? I said, of course. Of course. He told me that all the time. He said he could never imagine a woman could be more clean than you. And look at your house. Look at this. You see? You see, really, he told the truth. It's true. She really cleans the house. My God. They bought the house 10 years already. And before that, somebody already lived there. But the floor is like it just been built yesterday. And you can even eat from it. And it's so shiny like a mirror. So shiny, as if she put oil on it. I don't know, maybe she did. Oh, so clean everywhere. You know, they have just a small townhouse, but it's so beautiful and clean. And I say, I'm sure you cook excellent as well. Otherwise, your husband wouldn't be so addicted. You know, and she was so happy, and her face was so red, and her eyes were bright. And after that, she came all the way out to the gate to see me off. Come back anytime, please, come back. I'm just a client, a turista, I told him. Come back, please, come back anytime. Mi casa es su casa. Su casa. Mi casa es su casa, my God. Just a one-time client and tourist. Okay, so I don't know why I tell you so many things. About the Spanish who don't eat out. They do, you know, but... I don't know, maybe they don't read like foreign food that much, hey? Not like the German or maybe the English, you know? Right? I'm sorry for you. Now, why did you...
get a lot of other nationalities.
You getting better now? Yeah.
They come in, they love it.
Yeah, the other people.
You come in.
Yeah. But the natives are very difficult.
Yes.
Difficult. They just like to eat at home. Because their lunchtime is their siesta time, and they go home, eat, and then sleep, you know, rest or go out with their friends. They like it very much like that. Yeah. The same with the Italians, I think. Yeah. They're more family and friends are oriented. Yes. So I don't blame them, huh? In Spain, I also heard complaint from an Indian restaurant as well. A Chinese restaurant are also not too full, yes, because they say the Spanish don't like Indian food. Not too much, you know, not too much. So mostly they sell to the tourists. Okay, so that's my story. How about, because of your restaurant we talk so much. Anybody else? Are you okay? Need some paper?
I'm listening. My eyes a bit blurred.
Yeah, you need some paper? No?
Some here. Thank you.
You need some eye drops? I have some. I will give you some later, okay?
Okay.
It helps. Sometimes I have also very dry eyes. You know, recently I had big trouble with the eye. And it was so red and swollen. And I had to have special treatment. And then every day I had to wash it, to moisten it, yes. Sometimes it just happens, huh? Yeah. Maybe sometimes it's when you awaken too suddenly from a sleep and your eyes were still very dry. You feel dry because at that time maybe your soul left the body and it's almost like you're dead. So the eyes would open and turn upward all the night or all these hours like that, or when you meditate and suddenly you wake up. Before your soul, you know, takes time to readjust, then your eyes also feel dry. So please do have some eye drops, you know, simple like teardrop stuff, just to clean the eyes, to moisten them, yeah? After meditation, or whenever you feel dry, do that. Take care of your eyes, okay? I know you have wisdom eye and it's very important, but My God, we do need this for everything else, yeah?
But I could not count for thought of thee, my heart so full I could